I'm going to be starting the mains on this tennis racket with fixed clamps and no starting clamp. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull tension on both center mains so that I've got 30 pounds of tension on each one of these strings. When I first begin to clamp my string down, I want to basically feel for the right pressure at the right time on this clamp, because if it starts grabbing too soon, I'm going to squeeze it too tight and I need to open my clamp up. If it doesn't grab it soon enough, I'm not going to squeeze it tight enough and it's going to slip in the clamp. So I pretty much go by feel. I'm clamping this string down. Then I'm going to release tension on both these strings, but I'm going to hold tension with my hand on this string right here. Because what I don't want to happen, let me just show you, is this clamp stays up all by itself, but I don't want it falling down here, and then when I pull tension on this string, having this string pull it back up. Because what's going to happen with this sharp angle, let me just make it so that it goes up too high. This won't happen, but if it were to happen with this sharp angle, it'll have to be pulled down by the string, and when that happens, the string could start sliding inside of that clamp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull tension with my hand so that the string is going straight through that clamp. Then I'll tension this string and clamp it off. And again, I'm looking for the pressure that's on this clamp so that I know that it's at the right tension. I'll release it. I'll pull this string again, move my clamp, and then go on stringing the racket as normal. Alright, there's a couple of ways now that you can start your mains. I'm pulling tension on both strings again, that you can start your mains with a starting clamp. Alright, I've clamped this one off just like I normally do. Now I'm going to take a starting clamp and I'm going to put it on the outside of the frame to back up this starting clamp. Then I'll release my tension. This string over here still has tension on it, but this string right here is limp. Now what I'm doing is I'm pulling tension on the right main, which is this one. Okay? This string goes around the frame and pulls against this clamp. But a lot of people don't like to do that because they figure the string might start slipping inside of here. So they'll back it up with the starting clamp up here. Then I clamp this string up, remove my tension, I tension the other main, and you'll notice when I pull it out, I've got almost enough to get my finger in there. So I've pulled about another 30 pounds of tension on this string. Remove my starting clamp, release my machine clamp, move it up, and then start stringing as normal. Okay, there's still another option that I can use to start these mains. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to run the next main through. Okay, so that I've got two mains here, and I'm going to take a starting clamp. Some people have put it inside the frame and pull against this grommet. I like to put it on the outside of the frame. But what I've done now is I've simply ran in 3 of my main strings. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen these strings up. They're only about 6 foot long, so because I'm just using this as a test string. And I'm going to pull now against the starting clamp. Okay, and I've got 60 pounds of tension on this string. I can clamp this string. Now I've got this clamp backed up with this starting clamp. Then I can come down and pull tension on this other main right next to it, which is the second main. Okay, now I can move this clamp down to here because I've got the starting clamp backing it up. Okay? Now I can come back to here and pull tension on the first main on the right side of the racket. Right, now that I've got two on this side, one on this side, I can string two more strings on this side of the racket. And once I do that, I can remove this starting clamp. To remove the starting clamp, I'm going to have to pull tension, take my starting clamp off, then move this clamp from the first main back to this second main. Then I can take this string, run my next main, and continue stringing my racket.